myself. I actually wanted to share a story with you that ran across me over the weekend of a black father who died from stress, and I can actually relate because he was stressed out dealing with his child's mother, and we deal a lot with that, man. We deal with a lot of relationships dealing with women who either take advantage of us or who want to be vindictive, and it's stressful, especially if you're a father who actually tries, that really want to be there, and you're doing everything you can, and it just makes it overwhelming and stressful to have someone that put that type of pressure on you. And it's just sad that that we have to go through that, but I think those are some areas where we really have to learn. Like, we really have to be real cautious on who we form relationships with. But I want to share this story with you real quick. The gentleman, actually, I guess he had one on his social media pages. He's from the OKC area, I believe, and he had one of his social media pages and talked about, or his Facebook page, and talked about some hurt he was having, I guess, dealing with his child's mother or whatnot. And later, I guess, maybe a few days or so later, he was set up a meeting to actually be with them, and he was to see his daughter or son or whatever. And he was at the room waiting on him to show up, and while he was in there waiting on him, the guy had a heart attack. And you know, it's sad, man. Rest in love to that brother, and I pray that that God be with his family, the kids. I hope everything is good with them. But it's just sad that that stress, man, from being hurt, from just wanting to be a part of someone's life, man, is that dangerous. You know what I mean? It can take you out, man. And I have been in situations dealing with um, my son especially. Dealing with him has been more stress. Dealing with his mother has been more stress in my life, man, than anything. You know what I mean? Just trying to be a part, trying to just figure out, and then sometimes we don't know, man. We do things backwards. You know, we as black men, a lot of us didn't, have good fathers around us to show us the way. We just look off, we look at our eyes, oh, she fine, or ooh, this and this. We don't know how to fully pick a woman, to judge a woman's character. We don't know that. We just look at image. We look at, I'm with her, she's fine, or whatever, you know what I mean? And a lot of times that not knowing how to fully pick a woman can put us in a situation that cause our hearts, man, to get real heavy. And then that stress, man, is a killer, man. It's a killer. Like, oh my goodness, like, I can't tell you the days like I have been stressed, and I thank God that my heart is strong, that I didn't allow it to consume me. I might did things to take my mind off of it at that time, you know. And actually, when I moved to Phoenix, man, I just wanted to get further away from everything. It seemed like wasn't nothing going for me when it comes to me trying to get my family together and trying to put them in a better position. And I was just tired of the same thing, tired of the no, tired of the things going on. Like, man, I got to get somewhere to really make something happen. You know what I mean? And I wasn't seeing my son anyway. My daughter. I knew that I could see her. Her mom never gave me any issues when it came to me seeing them or meeting them. So I knew it didn't matter where I was at. I could always send for my baby. And my oldest daughter, I could see her as well. But when it came to my son, man, it have always been a struggle. It have always been like heartaches, and it just, you know, it always been heartaches, man. It's been stressful. So I understand that, brothers. My heart go out to him and his family because, you know, stress like that could have took me out. You know what I mean? From just dealing with the stress of not knowing where your child is at. You know, wanting to be a part, and then like I say, we don't get instructions as a black father. We don't really know exactly how to raise our children, what we're supposed to do. We just try to be there. So we learn certain things as we go, so we have to either get some material to start helping us rear our childs better, raise them, listen to them, talk to them. And that's honestly why before I got released from prison, I took parenting because I wanted to know it from a round perspective. How do I need to talk to my child? How do I need to do this? And then still, those are just guidelines. You know what I mean? You can't really pretty much go by it verbatim, but at least there's some guidelines to kind of help you, deal with when it comes to your children. And our health, man. Oh my goodness. Black man, we got to take care of ourselves, man. Health, I mean, we at least got to try to eat better. We at least got to try to do a little better, man. You know, try to do a little exercise, and if you need to, try to do have some type of form of activity. But most definitely, watch the way you eat. Um, uh, just wanted to say that if you do a little research, every culture, every um, we are one race of people of many cultures, and everybody culture eat different, and certain things are good for your body, and it was meant because they lived longer, they was more healthier, had less issues, less problems. And then when you get try to eat like another culture, there's nothing wrong with tasting it, but I think certain things are not good to have on a continual basis because it's not good for your chemical makeup as a black person. I think that you should do a little homework about some of the things you should eat, some of the things you shouldn't eat, because we're Americanized, so we eat like Americans, and we're not full Americans. You know what I'm saying? So we just in America, so we have to at least know some of the things that we should eat and what we shouldn't. I think that helps us when it comes to our health. Me personally, I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat meat at all. I just eat fish and veggies. I do eat eggs. I don't really drink milk, but I eat it in my cereal from time to time. But I'm not no vegan, but I don't eat any meat, and I watch certain things, but it's I'm not no gluten person. I can eat it. I can I can do both. It really don't bother me. But as far as the meat, I stay away from that, and it helps me. Like it keeps me lean. It keeps me a lot healthier, and I grill a lot. I have a Weber grill that I bought that I've been using for not on 4 years, man, and I love the grill. Like I like the fact that once I started using it, I started noticing how when you cooking certain things, you have certain impurities that fall out, that comes, that's gonna drop, they go to the bottom. And if you was having in a skillet or a regular deal cooking it with grease or whatever, you put all of that back into your body. You know what I mean? The stuff that you need to kind of cook out. So having that grill and baking both, I think baking and grilling is two good things for us to eat as black people. You know what I mean? Because it helps with our cholesterol. It helps with the weight issues, high blood pressure, diabetes, and just certain things that we have to just look out for, in our culture. Um, but it just, I think we have to be more aware because, like I say, we don't. A lot of us come from rural areas and come from different places where we're not taught. We're just taught how to survive and how to pay bills and get a job, and then we end up getting a relationship. We end up thinking we're in love. We get a baby, wrong girl. I'm not the only one who have been here and heard this story. You know what I mean? But I just thought about the brother who passed, and you know, I've been in a situation like that where honestly I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know what my baby was. I didn't know was I gonna talk to him. I actually no lie, I did a video on my blog. I actually did a video and just titled it to my son, just so I can be able to tell him a few things that was on my mind that I really wanted to share with him about my mom and just about me and just about not bashing his mom or anything, but just letting them know that I do love them, and you know I want him to be able to know if I don't get a chance to tell him that personally due to just the stuff that was going on, life happening, you don't know how long you got, So I wanted to make the archive for him to be able to know that I was thinking about him. He was on my mind. Um, just in case I didn't get the chance to tell him personally. And I hope, hopefully now that I'm in this area, that's why I came here to establish this, to get around him and, have a relationship and be able to talk to him more and, deal with him more. And even my daughter, she's 13, I want to have, like it was never my intentions to um, be in different households. Whenever my intention to have my kids spread it out, but stuff happens, man. But I love them though. There's like nothing I want to do for my babies. Nothing like there is no limitations when it comes to that. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And in the meantime, you have life. You have bills, you try to do business and you try to figure out business, and dealing with business, you got to spend money, you got to get protected, you have to take chances, it's risks, it's a lot. And we can't allow those things to just get too heavy on our heart to stress us out, to cause us to die before our time. So that's a mixture of things, man. Nobody is perfect. All we can do is just try to get better, try to do better, and just be more cautious on who we be with and who we mate with. And a lot of times we do have warning signs, but we don't listen to them. We look at the beauty and or the high or the drugs or the drunk in the moment, and you wake up like, oh my goodness, no, I didn't. Too late now. Been there, you know. So to all my black fathers who are struggling with kid issues, not seeing their sons or daughters, and they are good people, man. Just stay at that, stay on your path, man. Don't let it stress you out. You just have to let life be what it is, man, and just go on, keep doing what you're doing, and eventually I believe that a door will be open for you, I don't think that for those who really want to see their kids, I don't think that nothing is going to come between that, when it's meant to be, the person can try to keep you from accomplishing and all they want, but if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, you know. So I just wanted to say, man, try to lower your stress levels. Like I say, I've been there. I have had some stress on my plate lately, just not, not real stressful, but just thinking about my babies, trying to get some things together for them, trying to take care of this, move in, get settled, start a business, make some money, take care of bills. It can get, it can get overwhelming at times. So we have to have time where we breathe and focus and just reflect, and either have someone to talk to, have another brother you can talk to or sister you can talk to and express some of those woes and pains on your heart, man. Just have someone to talk it out to sometimes. Sometimes just talking it out can help lower the stress level. It can kind of help you look at it different. Like, you know what? I'm not going to let that stress me. I'm going to let that go. Because some things, regardless of the situation, we can't control it. So I have learned that it's not worth stressing over something that we can't control. It says that out of everything, in 100%, only 15% of everything that you worry about will come to pass. Or is that 5%? No, 5% of what you worried about will ever come to pass. So in that case, why worry about it so strongly? Stuff going to happen, life going to happen. We can set ourselves up for preventative maintenance, but you still going to have problems. We still going to face things, we still going to have situations where we just going to have to just, take care of ourselves and just deal with what, life, as it comes, But I don't want to see, I hate to see our brothers die before our time. So I just, me personally, just coming to you, just saying, man, just work on our health issues, staying healthy as we can. Have someone you can talk to, man. Your mental health is valuable. Not only your physical health, your mental health is very valuable. So talk to someone, have someone you can talk to. I heard the guy say, I can't afford to go sit and talk to somebody about my issues right now. So I just write them down. Hey, write them down, man, if that helps too. Have a journal. Have a journal, man. Express it. Me personally, I blog. I like to blog, so I come to y'all and talk to you about certain issues, certain things. I like to talk about randomly, as far as what I'm facing as being independent and how I'm working on certain things and what I'm building. But a lot of times, it'll just be with sharing information I have obtained and different moves I'm trying to make, or I'm just realizing that sometimes it's good to take your mind off that stress, that stuff that's really bothering you, and just focus on your business, or focus on the long run, knowing that hey, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna eventually get a chance to see your babies. They love you. You know, Later they'll grow up if they was told the wrong thing. They'll get to know you, and they'll know that you weren't the person that they was told. People do things for different reasons, man. People can be hateful. You know, it's just what it is. People can be mean. And that's on both sides. Man can be mean, women can be mean. So, that's on both sides of the spectrum. But as for black men, we just dying a lot, man, from stress and not taking care of ourselves. And then another brother I heard, he told me that his brother died at 30 something, 38, 39, and he just turned 40, and he just lived to be older than his brother. And he was like, man, it's crazy, bro. So now, I'm more conscious about my life, how I take care of myself, you know what I mean? And hey, we got to be, man, we got to be more conscious about our health and not just our relationships, and, you know, try to prevent putting more stress on us than what we need. You know, I don't know. I just feel like, man, we just gonna have to work on that. Work on not allowing the system to stress us out so bad, allowing life to beat us down where we let our hearts get weak. So just come to me personally, man. I just wanted to say, hey, take care of your health. Do your best to lower your stress levels. Work on your relationships. Work on talk to the people. Start. We got to start just being with people, man. Just because where they look, man. I mean that right there, and just oh, I want this, and then you end up finding out that she take you through the ringer. We just got to be a little bit more cautious, man. I heard the guy say, man, I didn't go to prison, but I had kids by the wrong women, and each one of them I had to do 18 years apiece. I thought it was funny, but it was realistic what he was saying, though. I get it. So, to my black man this morning, man, just be safe out there. Take care of your health, take care of your health is your wealth. So take care of your mental health, your physical health. Um, and just know, that hey, we got to talk to one another, man. Find you another brother to talk to just get some of that stress off your chest when you're stressed out, man. There's no reason for us to die before our time. We got to face so much, in this life. As black men, we face a lot, and the last thing we need is to form our own demise by just being stressed and not taking care of ourselves properly. You know, but just wanted to say, man, I love you. Be safe. It's Monday. For those who going on the grind, hey, I wish you the best. Get that bag. Those who quarantine and be safe. Those who working on new business ideas, hey, get at it. Man, I just want to see us prosper. I want to see us do better. and network with your people, man. You know someone that got some black products, buy something from them. You know someone that got black services, get something from them. You know what I mean? Network with your people, man. Get an understanding. We got to form some camaraderie with our people where we can actually start networking with them, man. Spending money with them. You spend money with me, I spend money with you. We got to start that. That way we can build our own economy, our own little system, our own form of network. We shouldn't have to go to the man for a small loan if three of us got businesses and we see that your ideal is legit. We like, dang, this dude got a good idea, and everything checks out. Like we look over everything is okay. He needs this loan for 5 grand. He can take this 5 grand and make 100 grand. He just need a little boost. And sometimes I think we got to form a council like that where we don't got to go to the man to get it. We got people that'll say, I can spare a grand. I can spare a grand. You got 4 or 5 people. So can I invest in this and everybody make a profit off of helping you get started? You know, well, you won't have to get a loan. I think that's going to be wise, man. And I think it's going to start coming to that, you know, with us networking with one another independently, just helping us get on our feet and not just throwing nobody no money. And I know angel tree investor, I'm talking about someone that actually got a blueprint, got their business plan. They got, they know their clients, they know their customers, they know their targets, they got their area, you know what I mean? They did their homework. And I think when you find people who actually did their homework, you spend up a lot of resources getting those things together. And then the last stage is actually making that last hit. And sometimes you can be a little stagnant because now you didn't run out of resources. I didn't been there. Now you're like, damn, okay, so I got to regroup. You know what I mean? I'm at a crossroad now where I got to make a couple moves. So getting into the city cost me a little bit more than what I expected. Not bad, but I just had a few expenses that I wasn't aware of. So now I had to go back, spend a little money that I wasn't planning on spending without making. But now I got to regroup some things. But now I didn't found a good location. I didn't found prices. I didn't found materials. I didn't found the network. Now I just got to have the physical location actually put up, and I want to build it. I don't want to go rent a building. I want to build my own, and I want to have it. If needs say I need to move it, I can move it, sit it somewhere, put it in storage or so, whatever. You know what I mean? But I want to build my own, and I want to have. I think that's wise. Not for us to own real estate. So I'm a want to own the land itself starting out, but I'm gonna own the building that I'm gonna put on the land first, and then that's my goal is to start from there. But we got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So dream big, man. Don't let no one tell you you can't dream big just because you can't see it at that present time. I mean, you can't achieve it. So just because you're not seeing your child, just because things is kind of rocky now, it can get better. I'm gonna be real with you. It's been a while. I'm gonna be honest with you, since I have heard from all of my kids at one time. I got 3 kids on Father's Day. Normally I hear from one, maybe not the other, or two, not one. And it's been for a while now, just due to what it is. But this year, I actually heard from all of my kids. Actually said Happy Father's Day. That I actually heard from them, and wasn't no drama. So I'm thankful for that, man. Just to hear from them. I didn't see them, but I did hear from all of them, and that has been, to be honest with you, that's the first time in a long time. And my kids are 22, about to be 23 next month, and 8 are about to be 9, and 13 about to be 14. And it just once you put your time in, man, things will get better over time because it ain't nowhere where I want it to be, but it's way better than where it used to be at. So I'm just thankful to be able to hear from all of them, to know that I was on their mind. You know what I mean? Just, hey, just let me tell them, regardless of what they got going on in their personal life. So sometimes I think we just got to take what we can get and enjoy that happiness too, and prepare. I just want to say this before I leave, Black man. Get some life insurance on yourself. Get some life insurance on your kids. At least if something happened to you or them, you don't got to ask nobody to put them in the ground or burn them or whatever you're gonna do. Um, I think that's wise, man. I think you having kids and not having life insurance on yourself, at least if something happen to you, you can bury you and leave your babies something, to help them figure it out. I just think that's wise, man. Think about that. Find you a good insurance agency if possible. Um, I actually, um, I have my life insurance through Foresters Insurance. It's a company actually out of Canada, I believe. I believe its home base is out of Canada. It's called Foresters. So check that out, Foresters Insurance. Very, very good program. I would recommend it to anyone after doing the math and what I've seen and other programs I've been in. This is by hands down the best one. So I'm only saying that I'm not an agent. I'm just a client. And I like their services, man. I've been with them for a while now, and I know my kids will be good. And they just got good programs to help us on different levels. But I think if we don't actually kick something off and get things established, man, we can make things better for our babies. So for those who looking for some good insurance, if you need the link, I will find it. I will post it in the top of the post so that way you can see it. So for those that might want it, I will give it to you, man. Like I say, the insurance is very affordable. You ain't got to mention me. Like I say, I'm not a agent at all. I'm just a client. I'm a customer. I'm a member. I'm not gonna say that I'm a member of the team. So um, it's just good to set yourself up, and it's other benefits. Like I say, once you get into it, you'll see. I'm not even going to tell you because you got to make that first step. So those who do get it, you'll see how benefit it is, not just with life insurance, just on helping you um, on down times and when you hit crisis. It's just a good program. But I just want to salute everyone. Like I say, it's Monday. Um, it's raining. I had a few things to do. I'm gonna do what I can do in the shop. I got some fabrication I gotta finish and some pieces I gotta pick up today. Got a job to do this morning. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it due to the rain. So I'm gonna probably be just in the shop doing some fabrication today. Cutting the rest of my pieces and getting my shooting targets ready to get delivered. Hopefully, I can have them ready in the next couple of days to get shipped out. So that's my plan, man. I just wanted to come to you and just talk to you about our health, our stress, and the death, and how we're dying just from not taking care of ourselves. I'm not even talking about the police brutality. I'm not even talking about the innocent killings. That's random. We hear that all the time. I'm talking about just taking care of ourselves, our stress levels, our health, mental and physical, just being a little bit more responsible for ourselves, and that way we can be here as long as we can for our kids. And we got to change the way. So if you didn't know better, I would think you would want to make it your goal for your son or your daughter to know better. So I think we got to break the chains and make a better way for them. So y'all be safe out there. Hold on.